Shorty, how you doing
I'm
today?
all right. How's it going?
All right, all right.
About to get into another week around the world of sports.
Okay, okay.
All right, so I'm just going to get right into it. My New York Jets. Very good week. Very good week. Jets 31 points. 31 points
Nice.
against the Bears.
The best.
The Bears. Chicago Bears 10 points. A very good, convincing win. My Jets are now 7-4. Definitely in playoff contention. Chicago not so much. Chicago's 3-9. But we'll take the win.
Exactly.
Story of the game, Mike White, new starting quarterback.
All right.
He went 22 for 28, 315 yards,
Nice.
and 3 touchdowns.
Okay.
I'm going to go down a list, but I'm going to get back to Mike White because he was the story of the game. Wide receiver, rookie wide receiver who I love, Garrett Wilson. 5 receptions, 95 yards, 2 touchdowns. Elijah Moore, who's been missing in action pretty much because him and Zach Wilson don't really have a great connection. So Elijah Moore has kind of been out of the offense for the most part throughout this season. He had 2 receptions and 64 yards with Mike White.
Nice.
It was good to see him, get off. Tyler Conklin, tight end Tyler Conklin, who I love. 3 receptions, 50 yards. Zonovan Knight, running back, 14 rushes, 69 yards. He doesn't play a lot, but he played in this game. 14 rushes, 69 yards. Pretty good game for him. And as always, the Jets defense was great. Held Chicago to 10 points. Great Jets defense, as usual.
These guys were playing their butts off.
They were playing their behinds off. And I love it. I like to see that Mike White, he moved the ball around. Got a lot of people involved. I love that.
That's what it sounds like.
He got a lot of people involved. A lot of smiles. You could tell that the team was juiced up because Mike White was their quarterback.
Nice.
And they rallied behind him. And he was aggressive. And that's what I liked. He was aggressive. He wasn't tentative. The moment wasn't too big for him.
Nice.
And he played his behind off. He played his behind off, and the team looked more cohesive on the offensive end. The team always looks cohesive on the defensive end, but on the offensive end, it looked like a well-oiled machine.
Nice. That's what we like to hear.
Yeah, so I hope that Mike White can continue this. I hope this wasn't just an adrenaline game. I hope that he can continue this, and if he plays like this, it's going to be very hard for Zach Wilson to get his job back.
Oh, well.
But you know what? You play based on performance. I never say play based on where someone's drafted. You play based on performance. And Mike White performed. And if he's going to perform like this on the offensive end, then listen, that's who deserves to be in. And hopefully Coach Salah continues to keep him in the game if he plays like this. Next week will be tough because we play the Minnesota Vikings. That's a tough team right there.
They're
so
playing their butts off.
yeah. Yeah, they really good. So just go in there with the same type of effort, and we see what happens. But putting up 31 points, I'm good with that number. It's been very hard to get to 31 points this season. So for us to put up 31 points, that's a good start.
Kudos.
It's a really good start. So shout out to my Jets. Next up, my second favorite team won on Monday.
Okay.
Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Indianapolis Colts 24-17. Happy for Mike Tomlin. It's been a rough season for him.
Yeah.
But it's not his fault. It's not. I hope they don't hold this against him. This is a bad season. TJ Watt has been out for most of the season. They got a new quarterback, so they've struggled. But this would be the first season that Mike Tomlin most likely does not go to the playoffs. I hope they don't hold that against him because he's a great coach. It's just a down year, and he mostly always makes the playoffs.
Right.
So Um, Pittsburgh winning should be the story of the game, but the story of the game is Jeff Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Jeff Saturday is the new Colts coach. Never coached before. I like Jeff Saturday, but I always feel like a coach shouldn't just get the job just because he was a great player. Especially he doesn't have any coaching experience.
And that's any sport.
And that's any sport. It has nothing to
Just
do with.
football.
I actually like Jeff Saturday. He seems like a good guy. He's very knowledgeable about football. Obviously, played for a long time.
Great analyst.
Great analyst as well on ESPN. Love Jeff Saturday. It's just he kind of jumped to the head of the line,
He did. He did.
and it showed in the game. Very poor clock management at the end of the game. Had 3 timeouts. Didn't use them in situations that he should have used them. But it'll be a learning experience for him. I root for him. I hope he does well. But I just say there's a lot of guys that have been coaching for years and years that are coordinators that haven't got their head coaching shot. So that's my issue. But again, I root for Jeff Saturday. I hope he does very well.
Right.
That's it for that game. I want to get into a Seattle Seahawks player, linebacker, Darrell Taylor, who was involved in an incident that I've never seen in football before. He was on the bench, ran onto the field.
Right.
Yeah, there was a play. Oakland threw an interception. So he decided that he was going to run on the field. From the bench. Wasn't an eligible player. Decided that he was going to run onto the field and make a block.
What?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah,
What is happening?
you're not involved in the game.
What is
There's supposed to be 11 players on the field on your side. You cannot make yourself the 12th player. Like, what's going on? What makes it even more weird is that the refs didn't catch it.
Like, nobody noticed him running from the bench. Wait.
Nobody noticed this.
Well, somebody noticed it, obviously.
Well, somebody.
But
obviously,
nobody on the
in
field.
live action noticed that this was happening. At least no one that's going to say anything about it. But with all those refs on the field, no one noticed it.
Okay.
So he got to make a free block with no penalty.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen to him. I don't know if he's going to get fined. I don't know what's going to happen. But you can't run onto the field if you're not in the game.
Has he been interviewed? Has anyone?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything about it.
No,
I
this
don't
is
think he's
very
spoken about it. I don't know. I wasn't watching the game in all honesty. But I did find out about it. Very bizarre. I've never seen this in football. I've been watching football for a very long time. I've never seen such a thing in my life.
That's nuts.
Never seen such a thing in my life. It reminds me of Pop Warner football. A little kid might run onto the field or something like that, and I know what's going on. But professional football,
No.
never seen it in my life.
Huh.
It remains to be seen what's going to happen, but I'm pretty sure he's going to get punished in some type of way.
Yeah, that's not cool.
But you can't do that. You can't do that. That's just straight up cheating. Don't do it. But that was very bizarre. Had to mention that.
Made you laugh.
Made me laugh very
I don't think
hard.
We see that too much.
I don't laugh. I'm not a big laugher, so yeah. At least not on film. But yeah, that was very interesting. Moving on, there was a situation between boxer Canelo Alvarez, Mexican boxer Canelo Alvarez, and Argentinian player Lionel Messi.
Argentinian
He's a soccer player, aka global football.
global football, right?
Argentina beat Mexico 2-0 on Saturday. This is the World Cup I'm talking about. Apparently, well, not apparently, but there's a video of Lionel Messi taking his shoes off after the game in the locker room, and there's a Mexican jersey that happens to be on the floor. Why the Mexican jersey's on the floor, I don't know. But he appears to kick it. it does not look intentional to me, but nonetheless, he kicks it with his shoe. Canelo Alvarez gets wind of this,
Being
and
from Mexico.
Canelo Alvarez is a Mexican boxer. He's not happy with this at all. He thinks that Lionel Messi did it intentionally, and he says he's looking for him. You don't want Canelo looking for you. Canelo cannot do anything. Obviously, he's a boxer. He cannot assault this guy.
And tell us why.
Because
For those out there
for
who don't know
for those who
why.
don't know, if you're a boxer, your fists are pretty much a registered weapon. They're considered a lethal weapon. So it would be basically stabbing him or shooting him or something like that with your fist. Because these guys train to hit people. And they know what they're doing. So a boxer hitting another person who's a non-boxer could be very lethal. You know, just because they're trained to fight.
And it's considered more serious.
It's a much more heinous crime than just two regular people having a street fight. Like it's considered a worse assault. You know, so Canelo really can't go around doing that.
Right.
But he was highly insulted. He's very proud of his Mexican heritage, and he was highly insulted. I advise Lionel Messi.
You got words for Lionel
I got
Messi?
words for Lionel Messi.
If he's listening.
If you're listening, he just happened to be listening to my channel. But I would say apologize quick, fast,
quickly.
in a hurry. Just do that, please.
I mean, he could be sitting there thinking, I don't need to apologize because of what you just said. Canelo can't hit me.
It doesn't matter.
Because Canelo would probably, lose his boxing license.
Yeah, he'd probably go to jail.
So, he's not likely
He's
to
not
actually
likely to
hit
do it.
him.
But I wouldn't want Canelo walking up on me angrily. Whether he's going to hit me or not, I just don't want it, you know. I just wouldn't want to be in that situation.
And
but
you're a pretty tough dude.
yeah, I'm tough, but I'm not a boxer, so you know, he could hold that. You know, just, you know, I would apologize. You know, just being honest, I would apologize if he felt offended if I accidentally kicked his jersey. Yeah, my bad.
Which intentional or not intentional?
Intentional or not intentional,
in the first place.
the jersey shouldn't have been on the floor next to him. I don't understand why the situation was like that. I'm not into soccer like that, so I don't know what happens in the locker room. Global football, aka soccer. Yeah, I'm not really that into that sport, but
we've noticed that you have not been talking about.
Yeah, I don't really talk about the big World Cup. In all honesty, I'm not a big soccer guy. I played a little bit as a kid. I respect the sport. It's a very difficult sport, but I was never a big soccer, aka football guy. But I do respect it. I watch it a little bit here and there, but I'm not. It's not my thing like that. But
big games on today.
Yeah.
You don't even know.
I don't know that. I know there's about 3 or 4 games tonight, but today. But you know, there was other sports and stuff on my radar. But you know, maybe I'll get into it.
Not the World Cup.
Not the World Cup. You know. Yeah, I know. I know. But it is what it is.
Okay.
But anyway, Lionel Messi, my advice to you is to apologize. I do it sooner rather than later. You know, just in case. I'll leave that there. I'll leave that there. Canelo, don't do nothing crazy.
Aww. Because we want to continue to see you fight.
I want to see you fight, and I want to see you fight David Benavidez. You want to fight Bivol again? I don't advise you to fight Bivol again. I mean, he's just a bigger guy, stronger guy. I'm not saying Canelo can't beat him. I'm just saying that he's not in your weight class. Like, just chill. Fight somebody in your weight class. David Benavidez is more your size. David Benavidez is a very, very good fighter. I think it would make for a better fight. That's the fight I want to see. Canelo Benavidez would be a great fight.
Well, Canelo thinks otherwise.
Well, Canelo can do what Canelo wants to do. He's earned that right. If he wants to fight Bivol again, fight him again.
And we'll watch again.
And I'll watch it. You know, That's a tough one.
That's
That's a tough one. I give Canelo props because Canelo will fight just about anybody. I give him his props. But I just think that's a very, very tough fight with somebody out of your weight class. Who's that guy in that weight class? And I'd rather see better be a fight Bivol anyway.
Well, maybe having been in the ring with him already, he's got some adjustments that he wants to make. And
Canelo takes notes.
He
takes notes. He's a student of the game. He's a student of the game. Canelo takes notes. I guarantee you he'll have a better fight against Bivol. I don't know if he'll beat him, but I know that he'll do a better job, I believe. I'm pretty sure that. I'm pretty sure he'll do better. But I just don't know if he'll actually be able to beat him. But I never count Canelo out. Canelo can do it. It's not the ideal fight that I'd want to see. But if they want to run it back and do it again, so be it. I will be watching.
We will be watching.
You will be watching as well, I'm sure. Next up, my New York Knicks won last night.
More smiles.
More smiles. More smiles. They've been struggling lately, but they won last night. 140 points the Knicks put up.
What?
140 points. I didn't stutter.
Wow.
140 points they put up last night.
Ooh.
Big scoring game. Julius Randle went off for 36 points. He had a great game. It was his birthday, and he had a great game. So happy birthday to Julius Randle. They beat the Detroit Pistons. Detroit Pistons 110 points. New York Knicks are now 10-11, inching back to 500. Hopefully they'll get it. Not so sure about tonight though, because the Knicks play the Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh my.
Giannis will be ready.
Giannis ain't having that.
The Greek freak ain't playing around.
He said at the very least, y'all not putting up no 140 points.
Yeah. We're not gonna get 140 against Milwaukee
Not tonight, honey.
and the great Greek freak.
No.
We're not doing that tonight. I'm hoping we're competitive. I don't think we're gonna win that game, and I'm a diehard Knicks fan, but I'm also a realist. The Bucks are 14-5, one of the best teams in the East. They're a title contender. I just hope the Knicks don't get blown out.
Right.
Just keep it close. I'll be happy. Even in a loss, if the Knicks keep it close, very competitive, I'll be very happy with that. That's all I got today.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Sounds
Exciting. It's been an exciting week, huh?
It was good. Very good week for me.
Nice. Well, until next time.
Till next time.
And if we just want to remind folks out there, chop it up in the comments below.
No question. I'd like to hear what you feel about what I had to say today.
And if you're enjoying these videos, share them. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and you hit that like button and turn on your notifications so that you never miss an upcoming video.
No doubt.
Peace.
Peace.